So, we're back again. It's a hot, blustery day in Kansas today. It's a good day to be inside chatting with you. Hope you enjoy this. First thing we're going to show you is I bought 100 yards of fabric for $30. Don't ask me how I did it. I just saw that big stack there, and it was at a rest home, and they were raising money for a trip for their residents. These are all nice quilting fabrics in 1 yard or larger increments that some lady had purchased through the years for her quilting. I think that's the same as that one, so I'm going to make sure that they're together. Okay, and I think they're really nice if you're quilting. These are all vintage, by the way. They were purchased probably in the 80s because that was probably when this resident was in her prime and doing all of her quilting and everything. And the reason I brought this up today is because I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your price point and bundling things. If your price point is below $20, maybe you should rethink it a little bit. And I'm going to give you an example here because I see a lot of people who are selling things for $5 and $7 and $8. Now, I'm not talking about CDs or t-shirts or anything like that. I'm talking about collectibles and vintage items. And let me make a little illustration here. Okay, if I sell this piece of fabric, 1 yard, for $5, it's going to take me time to take pictures of it, to list it, and maybe cross-list it on Etsy as well as eBay. And then if it sells, I'm going to have to put it in a package, even if it goes only for $3. Still, that's $3. And I'm going to have to ship it and mail it. So that's going to take time, right? So I've got 1, 2, there's a different color in here, 3, 4, this is a kind of like pansies, I guess, pieces of fabric here. Each one of these could sell for $5 a piece. If they sell for $5 a piece, that means 5 times I have to take pictures. I have to list them individually, even though it's easy once you've listed one just to change what you need. It still takes time. And when they sell, I have to stop and package each one of these individually. But if I put my price point up and say, well, I'm not going to put anything up most of the time if it doesn't bring $20 or $19.95. So what if I put these all together into a bundle? These are blues, and anyone who's interested in quilting is always interested in similar colors. So I'm going to put these together in a bundle, and I'm going to put $19.95 or $22.50 on them. And then if it sells, I only have to put it in one package, and I only pay one fee, and since this is fairly light still, it probably won't cost me more than $5. And even if I can put it in the flat rate envelope, doesn't matter. I have now increased the value of what I'm doing and made my time work more for me. So think about this with other things too, not just fabric or something like that, but anytime you can bundle a couple of like things together, try it. Get your price point up. Work smarter and not harder. It'll be much better for you in the long run, and you get a mentality where you're looking for items that you feel like or you've researched will do at least $20 for you or more. It's a little bit smarter. So then I went to the Goodwill in Salina on our day there last Sunday, and I found this ice cream scoop. And you know, I'm not sure it's worth a lot. I may have to bundle it with something too. But all I could think of was, oh my goodness, one big scoop of vanilla ice cream with some chocolate syrup on it and caramel on top. Oh, yum. And I bought it. Of course, it only cost me 50 cents. And I'm not familiar with the label. It's Good Cook, but it's it's a nice piece, very sturdy. So here's another thing that I could probably bundle with something similar. And one thing that could be similar would be something like this. Now both of these have a little bit of weight to them. And you're going to ask me, what is that? And you know what I'm going to say? I don't know. I still have to research it and figure out what it is. But it does have a label on it, and I only got it for 25 cents. So now, if I were to put these two things together, or two other like things together, I could probably get $20 out of them. They're both really well made. Or maybe even more once I research this little whatever it is. So think about it again. Here we go. Instead of selling something for $5 or $8 or $9, I put it together with something else of like value that doesn't increase the weight that much or increase anything else about it. And what have I got? I got $20 and less time invested in it and a better profit margin. Okay, that's enough of that lesson for right now. Here's something else I found, and I've seen other people who purchased these, but what these are to me is a throwback to the 20s when Prohibition was still around. This is all stainless steel, 8-ounce flask. It's for putting bootleg in. Well, maybe not bootleg. Needs to be cleaned up, but it's pretty nice. It's in really nice shape. It's stainless steel. And I saw one on another haul video that had a name on it one time, and I thought, you know, you probably should have picked that up anyway, because it's the memories that things bring back to you. And these were curved because they were supposed to fit in your hip pocket. So this is probably going up for about $29.95. Don't know how old it is, haven't researched it yet, but I just thought it was really, really cool. And don't ask me why I picked this up. I did not pick this up for the little Indian and thing like that was in there. I picked this up for the basket. I thought the basket was just super nice looking, had a very unusual weave to it. Unfortunately, it was marked on the back, and I'll have to work a little bit to get most of that off. But I just thought it was really, really cool. It has rabbit skin on it, the little Indian and the ladder. And, you know, I don't know. It's just one of those things that kind of appeals to you, and you decide, well, that's pretty cool. Maybe I better buy it. Okay? But fundamentally, it was the quality of the basket. Probably $29.95, $35. I doubt if there's many like ones on there, but if there is, we'll find them and see what the value is. Now this is a whole different ball game. We're into modern things now. This is, and I just sold a thermos not very long ago. Got a really nice price out of it. I think $45. This is a little different one. This is by Adidas, and it's a thermal hot cold sports craft. Hope you can see that okay. I don't know. It's a big box, but it's brand new in the box. Very, very nice quality, shoulder strap, and the whole thing. And I picked this up, I think, let me see, made in Taiwan, so it's probably vintage. I think it was $2. I'm not quite positive, but I think it was $2. And I think I can probably get $39.95 out of it. I'm really pleased with it. It has a real nice look to it. And Adidas is a really well-known name, and I did look it up, and they are selling pretty well, so there you go again. Thought that turned out pretty good for me. Sometimes, whoops, oh well, I'll put that back in later. Sometimes, you know, you have to take a few chances when you're doing things. I found this deck of cards. It's Toy Story 3 3D playing cards. I thought it was really cool because it has the 3D glasses in it, and it seems to be all there, and it seems to be fairly new. Does anybody remember the first 3D films of the, what, 50s or 60s? When you'd walk in and they'd give you 3D glasses that looked a lot like these, and you go sit and watch the movie. You know, I never really liked the 3D movies. I still don't. And they give me a headache. But these are really cool. Just cool because of the pictures on them, if for no other reason. Then it has instructions in how to play the game. So I think it's really cool. It may not sell for a lot, but I'm thinking I'll get at least $20 out of it. If not, it may have to be a bundle to go with something else. Because rarely do I put anything up for less than that, although once in a blue moon I do. Really cool. Toy Story 3. And speaking of bundles, here's something else I got at a yard sale for 25 cents a piece. These are little fleece blankets. It says sweet little one, and it's in pink, so I am assuming that that would be for a girl. Well, I don't know that for sure, but I think it would. And it's by Fisher-Price, so that's a good brand name. Certainly worth a quarter, don't you think? And then here's one for a little boy. And I don't know about your grandkids or great-grandkids or children, but when mine were little and are little, they love these fleece blankets. In fact, they get to be their blankie, which they carry around with them and so forth, and have had for years and years until they fall apart. So what am I going to do with these? Well, of course, I'm going to bundle them together for $19.95 or a little more. Now, keep in mind that I really haven't done any research on this yet. So we may get more than that out of it or not. And if they look like they're not, these are fairly new. I don't think there's a date on them, but you can find these at Walmarts and things like that. So if they were in such a way that I would not get my $20 out of them, then I found I had this little Mickey Mouse set of dishes, plate and bowl. These are Melmac. I didn't pay $5 for these. I only paid $1. So if in case I can't, then we'd probably bundle these together and maybe put $29.95 on them. What would you think about that? That brings my price point up, and it brings people something a little bit happier to buy when they're buying something together, either for a gift if they like vintage things, or for their kids, whatever. So there's another way to think about bundling things to bring your price point up so you're not working so hard for so little money. What do you think about that? Okay. And then you have those things that you see and you buy and you're really not sure why you buy it except for eye appeal. So I saw this at a yard sale this weekend, and it's made in Haiti, and it's made of clay. What do you think about that? I thought that was pretty cool. Obviously, it's hand done, and it has things on it that I don't know, so I'm probably going to have to find a way to get them translated so I'll know exactly what they mean. But it just had a really nice look about it. It's from Haiti, and has somebody's name on it. So I'm probably going to put this up for $24.50 and see how it goes. Just because it's a handmade thing, and I think it'll do all right. These are all vintage, so these will go. This will go on Etsy also. One last more modern thing to bring up that I really thought I got a good score on was this. It's a portable DVD player. Brand new in the box. Everything's still in there. I mean, I don't think it's ever been played. Maybe it has, but if it has, they put it back exactly the way it should be put back in the box. Has the manual and everything in it. Has the all the things that go with it. Some of them haven't even been unwrapped yet. So, there you go. I thought that was a pretty good score. And what did I pay for it? Yes, $2.50. You know, maybe there's an advantage into being a little bit older. People see you coming maybe and they think, oh, this little gal doesn't know what she's doing. I feel sorry for her, so I won't charge her as much. I don't know. But every advantage is worthwhile, don't you think? At least I think so. Of course, I like to be friendly and I like to help people, so therefore it works for me. And the best part of it, I get to bundle something with this too, because they threw in the case for free. $2.50. I think I can get at least $40 out of this, but it's a little heavy, so we'll see. I don't know. Okay, that's about it for today. I think we need not to run on a lot. I made my point about bundling, and there's one other point I'd like to make before I leave, and I'm going to reach over here and get something. Okay, here's a little bit of jewelry. These are really, really pretty glass beads. And these are made in Japan, so these are definitely from the 50s or 60s. I paid, I don't know, 50 cents or $1 for them. I didn't pay that price. And I love the cut polished stones. It has a very pretty coloring to it. But you know, when I talk about vintage, and I'm talking about things made in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, you have to remember that we did not have Walmarts, and we did not have big box and all of those. Most everything was sold at small 5 and 10 stores like Duck Walls or Walgreens, not Walgreens, but the other one, and Ben Franklin's, and then individual independent stores in each city across the United States. So the point that I want to make here is that things weren't as mass-produced then as they are now. From the 50s, or from the 50s, 60s, not 70s. By the time we got to the 70s, we were already into the mall era, the Walmart era, and the big push on mass production. But anything that was sold prior to that, then you really want to think twice about how you're going to price it, because they really aren't going to have made as many of them as they have of everything since then. A little bit more hard to find. If they aren't today, they will be tomorrow, bringing lots of memories to people. When you go back into the 40s and 50s, mid-century, people are buying their memories. They're buying their childhood. They're buying their grandmother's house. They're buying mom's house. So think about it when you start pricing things, and don't just price an item because it's there. Price the memories that it brings back to people. So instead of putting this up for $9.95, I'll probably put it up for $19.95 or $22.50, because I'm going to price some memories for somebody. What do you think about that? Well, anyway, if you like the video, like it. Come back again soon. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And visit me on Facebook. I'm always around if you need any questions asked. Happy thrifting. Bye-bye.